G'day guys, and welcome to another Phil and Jen in the Philippines. As usual, subscribe, hit the notification bell and that'll tell you when the next video is actually lodged. Comment and thumbs up as usual. The subject for today, after yesterday, I had a real lot of great replies on yesterday and my current problem with pensions and whatever, so thank you guys for your comments. Appreciate it. I learned a lot of things. I will follow that up and see if I can get that over and done with. Today, it's a little bit of a mishmash, but some exciting things coming on the channel. First of all, a bit of benefit to you guys that are going over to the Philippines. I'll just explain a couple of things like the tourist card and whatever, and what that enables you to get. First of all, obviously you go over, you usually enter the Philippines on a US or Canadian or British or European passport of any description. You have 30 days. And within that 30-day period, you can either stay as a tourist and then leave, and there's no problem. If you wish to extend, you go to immigration and you put an extension form in, and it's usually a 30-day extension, unless they look kindly on you and they'll allow you to extend further, but the majority of the time it's a 30-day extension. That gives you a grand total in the Philippines of 60 days. At the 60-day mark, and after paying the extension amounts, which are around about the 3,000 pesos a time, you'll go in and you'll then have the ability to extend for anything up to 2 to 3 months. When you do that extension, automatically they'll require you to get a permanent tourist card. This is a grey card, or it was when I got it, outlining your current address in the Philippines or permanent address in the Philippines, who you are, the country of origin, and you can see by the overlays a copy of my card, and that will be for a 12-month period. This allows you to do a number of things. It allows you to open a bank account, of which I'll go into a little later. It allows you to get a Filipino license. It's a number of allowances once you become a permanent tourist, for want of a better word. And with that card, you can continue to extend your visa up to 3 years. Now, once the 3 years comes about, there's no exemption. You must leave the country if you're still there on a tourist visa. Now, that may only be 1 day, as every guy will tell you. You may fly from Manila over to Hong Kong or Singapore, spend the night and then come back. You don't even have to spend a night. You can come back on the next plane as long as you leave the country, and the process starts all over again. You then can extend for another 3 years. Now, how long this is going to go on for, I don't really know, but a lot of the expats have been utilising this system for a period of time. It's one that I have utilised all of the time I've been over there. I could have got a visa as a spouse to a Filipino national, which would allow me 12 months before I had to worry about any form of extension. It's a probationary period, and then you go in and they issue you with your permanent residency as far as a spouse is concerned after that. That shouldn't affect most of you unless you get married to a Filipina and you want to stay for any period of time. And of course there is other visas available to you, like retirement visas and spousal visas, and it goes on, but I'll allow you to look up those. My main concern is for a lot of people who go over and wish to stay 3, 6, 9, 12 months, maybe up to the 3-year period, before they actually decide whether it's going to be a permanent situation. When you do open a bank account, I have found, and in my area, in Dumaguete and in Mindanao, the best bank, or the easiest bank to get any of this done, is usually PNP, Philippines National Bank. There's other banks there that have accreditations with overseas banks. May be worthwhile and beneficial for you to seek out the bank that has an accreditation with your bank, say for instance Wells Fargo or Bank of America or whatever, which will make any transactions a lot quicker and easier before you go and enter into a situation of opening accounts. You will have to have, when you open an account, obviously a copy of your passport, which is up to date and current. You'll have to have your permanent tourist card with you, and you're also going to have proof of an address, which usually is a lease in your name. So when if you're moving in with your girlfriend or whatever, and her name appears on it, that's not good enough. You'll have to go and get a copy of that lease, and it has to be an accredited lease. It must be signed by what we consider a JP, but it's a lawyer over there to state that it's a real and true document. And with those 3 pieces of paper or documents, you can open an account, and there are certain benefits of having an account over there, as one can imagine. Okay, that's easy. It's a little bit of information. The second thing, which may interest a lot of you guys living in the Philippines that tune into the channel, I have found a compatriot over here that knows the Philippines well, is involved with a Filipina and has been for years now. Lives in Australia, but travels very regularly. I think the last 2 years he's been over there 5 times. Supports a family and 4 kids over there, and he's happy with the current situation. But the reason I bring him up, he's got a small business, and I was speaking to him. He's quite happy to extend that to viewers. He is an ex-engineer, a diesel mechanic and fitter, and what he does for expats that he knows at the moment over there is source things like spare parts and oddities that they're having difficulty sourcing from the Philippines. And this comes in handy because there's a lot of second-hand motor parts and engine parts which are difficult to find. He sources them in Australia. If he can't source them used, he'll source them new for you, packs them up and sends them however you wish to be sent over to you. And I think he charges $10 or $15 per item Australian to do the running around. So if you're interested in that type of thing, and it's not just the stuff he actually sources for people over there, really expanded from motor parts and whatever to, he's virtually a jack of all trades, and he'll usually be able to track down anything for you. The cost will vary. When he does locate a part, apparently the system is that he'll take photos, or he'll send a brief file over to you explaining what he's found and whether or not that's the correct part or whatever. And if you say yes, he'll go and acquire it on your behalf. He'll invoice from the company for you, and then small overrider and whatever. Now, you guys that are over there know having a source like that outside the country can be very handy from time to time. And as I said, he doesn't limit himself anymore to motor parts and whatever. If it's able to be sourced in Australia, he will source it and get it onto you. So if you're interested in that service, I can pass on details. I'm not going to put, he's not all that computer literate, and because I think it's a cash business and whatever, he doesn't really want to advertise that much online, but I can put you in touch with him if you just drop me a message in the comments if anything like that is required and you're having difficulty sourcing parts for things like, as I said beforehand, if you've got a Harley over there or whatever, it's very difficult to find decent costing parts for Harley Davidsons and Ducatis and this type of thing, but he's only too happy to source them here and forward them on to you. As I said, if you're interested in that, just drop it in the comments. I'll put you in touch with him and you can go from there. I have no interest in that particular business before you ask. It's just a favour I said I'd mention online. So there's that. So we've covered the permanent tourist card and the little business. I have something else. I will gather my thoughts and get back to you. Oh yes, that's what it is. Some exciting stuff. I have since, in my quest to be technically advanced, I found out that we can do a split screen situation with anyone from around the world. And a split screen on this is I can actually interview people that are in the Philippines, maybe viewers that are happy to be interviewed by myself. It just takes obviously a smartphone. I can hook up with them, I can record it, and with your permission, put it online as a vlog. And we can discuss things, argue, agree, whatever it happens to be, get your background. All this type of thing may be entertaining for the viewers. So if you're interested in that being interviewed, please drop me a line. We can talk one-on-one in real time. I'll record the interview and then put it on as a vlog. I trace this particular method down simply so I can keep contact with Jen, and I can talk to Jen, make that into a bit of a vlog as things move along. Whether or not Jen is coming to Australia, it may be interesting in what she has to go through and the procedures she has to follow. We'll discuss that, and we'll turn that into a vlog as well. It's the best I can do, not living in the Philippines. Jen is only too happy to do the split screen interviews, and I just thought, well, why don't I extend it to my viewers? So that's the news as we sit at the moment. Please, guys, if you need to know or want to know anything, one, that I've already spoken about, or two, you have a curiosity about, it doesn't have to be exactly on the Philippines, please drop me a line, please comment, and I will turn it into a vlog. Obviously, there's things I haven't covered that you may be interested in, so comment, and we'll continue the vlogs and whatever. If I haven't covered anything in enough detail, please tell me, and I'll review those subjects and go into more detail. Anyway, it's Phil in the Philippines. As I said, subscribe, comment. I'm after the comments to keep the channel alive. Anyone interested in a split screen interview, I'm only too happy to do that. And remember, guys, you've got a lot of experience, the guys living over there, that I haven't covered. You've got each individual situations and circumstances which our viewers outside the Philippines and around the world may be interested in. And if you're not shy, just get on, we'll have a natter and we'll pass it on. Okay, Phil in Australia from Phil and Jen in the Philippines. Cheers for now, and I look forward to the next vlog.